Thank you. I'm Larry Warnock, President and CEO of Gazzang. If you read this, I know what all of you are thinking, but you're wrong. The cloud can store your data. Therefore, you better encrypt it. You better make sure that it's safe. That's compounded in the world of open source, which we see a lot of those tools being adopted for the cloud. In fact, the SANS Institute said that application attacks around MySQL were one of the biggest security risks facing companies today. So the problem is that cloud data security continues to be a question. We know that it's the topic of many of these presentations. Firewalls can keep people out, but often it's the rogue insiders that have access to the data. Just think WikiLeaks. So what you have is that there's no robust, transparent data encryption for the open source databases. These have existed for a while for Oracle, Sybase, and Microsoft, but in the growing pool of open source databases, it simply doesn't exist. So what we have done is we've brought to market transparent data encryption for MySQL. And currently, the way it's done is people are handcrafting this at the application layer, and it often affects performance. So our innovation, what's new, what we've invented, and what's so brilliant is that we've come up with an encrypted file system. It's a virtual file system that sits as an extension to the kernel of Linux. And then MySQL and all the applications are not changed at all. And they just write to the file system, and we encrypt and decrypt as the information goes in and out. We've coupled that with an advanced key storage system to manage the key in the cloud, and the key then only goes directly into memory. So there's not even a file with the key in it. So what we do is we provide transparent data encryption for the whole LAMP stack, specifically starting with MySQL transactions, and we secure that data at rest, therefore giving PCI compliance as well as HIPAA compliance. So we're talking about all the data, files, binaries, logs, everything that's in the open source environment, catching it as it goes to the file system and encrypting it. It's set and forget technology. It takes about 10 minutes to load. You make no changes to your app or your database. It's cost effective. So what we've done is built this encrypted file system with the key management system right next to it. So what I want you to take away is that it's at the kernel level, no changes to the database or to the apps. There's dual authentication keys with no root user access. Even the root user of the system cannot get to this data. And then we load it into memory. We're building this company with an experienced management team. We have experience from the security space, data management, open source, and database. Most specifically, I was recently the CEO of Furnace Software, which was acquired last year by BMC. So you're going to put data in the cloud, you better encrypt it. You've been a great, fabulous.
Great. Thank you, Larry. Wow.